Is there anything you'd like to feel a little bit more comfortable about?
Probably my body. Like that sounds like the worst, but like body image, that's massive.
I'm Steve Mollura, and this is Quick Therapy, and I am with...
My name is Karma, and I am a cam girl.
What can I do for you today?
Someone compliments somebody else, I'll be like, well, what's wrong with me? I compare a lot, because my whole life I've always been compared, so I'm like, I just naturally assume I'm not good enough, and it's like, yes, you are.
So, in regards to comparing yourself, I don't mind comparison. Comparisons are great.
Yeah.
Problem is, we're constantly surrounded by people who might have some things that we don't.
Benefits? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't, no, because when you're in this industry, you see these beautiful women that they'll disappear for 2 months, they come back and they're like, their body's different. And they're like, oh, I just did, Pilates. I'm like, no, you didn't. Who's the doctor? A lot of people have some tools in their pocket that you don't have. You can't fake the effort you put in. You can't fake, the time and experience.
So is there anything where you can say, all right, I see how I'm different than other people, but you know what? I'm so good enough as I am that I can just be like, all right, that's great for you.
Yeah.
I don't even think about it.
I grew up in a world where competition and you're always being compared, and you have to make that decision. You have to be active about, I'm my own person. I'm following my own path. I'm doing my own thing, and I that's something I battled with, and I'm like probably I think I'm the only like South Asian core model for my company. As a woman of color in this industry, like that is, you're on your own with that, Other people don't understand the struggles, and you have to rep yourself more than anybody else will.
Sounds like there's a kind of a pendulum swing between being true to yourself and also kind of getting yourself out there, being like, okay, because I'm a woman of color, there's some things I'm a little compelled to do differently.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I'm very American. Like, I was born, raised in America. I was raised in America. For me, it's like, they'll be like, well, why don't you do this, why don't you do this? I'm like, because that's not who I am. If I want to, and I wear my big old earrings, like I do have, parts of my culture, but I'm not gonna accentuate something just for something that's not me. That's not who I naturally happen to be.
Is there anything you'd like to feel a little bit more comfortable about?
Probably my body. Like, that sounds like the worst, but like body image, that's massive.
Here's the standard, and you can say this doesn't apply to me, but most of the time I hear someone say, hey, I am actually not happy with my body, and their partners or their friends are like, you are so hot, so gorgeous, da-da-da-da. They come in with all these compliments, and usually there's a resistance to them.
To me, like, my friends are very honest, and it's like, oh, if you want to hit this goal, this is what you have to do. A lot of honesty, and I prefer that over like, well, you're beautiful no matter what. I am, but like, you're not going to progress if you're coddled, I believe.
Well, I'm hearing two things. From a purely like logistical kind of like work ethic side, it's like, if you want your body to get better, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to eat, this is when you need to eat it. All very true, but it's also the emotional component.
Yeah.
Do I love my body? Do I love my body enough? Am I good enough as I am?
It's a journey. Like, am I giving myself the love and encouragement every step on the way? So, do you have some tools for comparison?
Absolutely. So in regards to comparison, there's a couple quick tips. One, how are you with self-forgiveness? Cutting yourself some slack. And the other thing in regards to comparison is, I like to understand a little bit deeper about what the comparison means. So for me, if I'm seeing someone who has something and I'm like, oh man, I really need that, I really want that, it's usually something I don't want, but I'm having an initial reaction like, what does this mean? Like, I do not want a Lamborghini, but I see people with them and I'm just like, it's touching something. Maybe I want more money. Maybe I want more financial security. Maybe there's some lifestyle component that I think I'm missing out on. And that's a lot of times when we're doing comparison, it's like, okay, use this as a tool. What is this actually saying about what I want? Well, that's what I got. Anything else I should know about you? Anything else you'd like to know about me or about counseling?
No, I think we did great.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you so much.